Hey guys, hope you're all well. So Dan's bike hasn't made an appearance for a while, so I thought I'd just do a little update on it. This bit hasn't really changed that much because I've been on the tank. So in between doing the stuff on the GS, I've been sorting the tank out. You'll have to bear with me if you can hear the rain. It's absolutely pouring it down outside. So yeah, the tank, we sort of had to change our plan with it a bit. Initially we was going to have it all in bare metal with a clear coat to match the dummy oil tank there in the rear mudguard, but when I started giving it a scrub finish, it was very ripply, especially on the top. So as it started getting a sheen with me scrubbing it, it really amplified the ripples in the top. Far too much to try and dress out, and obviously the tank is quite thin material, so we had to come up with a solution to sort it out. So a bit of to and fro with messages with Dan, we decided to paint a panel on the top of the tank, which I'll show you in a moment. So yeah, like I say, in between with doing the GS stuff, I've been sort of flattening that out, doing coats of iBuild primer on the top, flattening it out again, iBuild. I didn't want to cack loads of filler in it. I'm not a big fan of filler. I know there's nothing wrong with it to, you know, eye damage and things like that, but I didn't want to just cake loads of filler on this tank. So I just gradually built it up with an iBuild primer to get away with the minimal amount possible. So yeah, I've been building it up, flattening it out, building it up, flattening it out. So in between it drying, I've been doing the GS while Dan's tank's been going on in the background. So that's literally ready now. I am waiting for it to go completely hard so I can basically flat it, cut it and polish it. So it's a little bit orange peely, but I have put tons of clear coat on it to give me a good amount to flat and polish out. So yeah, that's about where we are. When the tank's done, obviously I'll route cables properly and things like that, so you'll probably still see stuff that don't look 100% right because it just needs sorting as I get the tank on, like I say, with the cables. Still haven't found the front brake cable. It's just disappeared, and I'm quite gutted about it because it was a British made one and it wasn't cheap. So I'm actually planning on giving the shed a complete clear out tomorrow. The weather's supposed to be better, so I'm just going to gut this place and clean everything, all the shelves off the lot, because it is in a bit of a mess. As you can see in the photos in that slideshow, this place was spotless, and for some reason it looks huge in pictures. I do struggle for space in here quite a lot, but yeah, so hopefully in that cleanup tomorrow I might come across that brake cable. If not, I'll order one. It'll only take a couple of days to get here. We've still got a bit of waiting time on the tank anyway. Anyway, let's show you this. So there we go. Yeah, it took a bit of sorting out actually, because obviously doing a panel like this, you want to try and get it exactly the same each side, but the trouble I also had, this tank is actually different on each side. So to try and explain it, I've had to sort of make that panel wrong, mask it wrong, so it matches the tank for it all to look right, if that makes any sense. Probably not, but that's what I had to do. So as you can see, we've got a bit of a pinstripe going around as well. It, like I say, it'll seem a bit orange peely. I have put loads and loads of lacquer on there, so we've got more than enough to flat out, cut back and polish up, which will sort of eliminate all that orange peely finish. But yeah, so we've got the bare metal sides. We're going to have the knee pads go on as well to give it that vintage look, because most of the bikes had these rubber knee pads on. And then after I've got all this prepared, I am going to leave it as long as possible, by the way, so it is definitely gone hard enough to mess about with. So when I've done my bit, it will be across to Ian's and he'll be putting the decals on. So the way he's going to do this, if you've seen his video with him doing the other bits on the bike, is actually going to put a mask on this and then sort of stipple the letter in with a sponge. Obviously I'll leave it to him, he knows what he's doing, but I'll probably go across when we go over with the tank. I'll probably stay with him and we'll film a bit of that as well, if you know, if it's convenient at the time. So yeah, there we are. It took a fair bit of doing that, as I say. The top was ripply as hell, and I just wasn't happy with it at all. So I think that is probably the best solution, and I actually think that looks better than having the whole tank completely bare metal, like a scrubbed bare metal finish. I actually like it better. So I think when the knee pads are on, the decals on, it'll look quite smart actually. Then obviously we got the copper fuel lines and stuff. Even these taps are completely offset from one side to the other. The wonky, it's a bit all over the place actually, although it's made quite well. I suppose when they make these, they don't think somebody wants to do them in a bare metal finish. Majority of the time I guess they all get painted, so them ripples will get buried with all the coats of iBuild and stuff and they look perfect. But yeah, most of it was on the top. I'll say I just wasn't happy to leave it like that, so I think doing it this way is solved the problem. And like I say, I think it actually looks better than complete bare metal finish all over. It sort of breaks it up a bit because it is a huge area to do completely bare metal. I'm just making up excuses now, aren't I? But yeah, so after a bit of a flat cut and polish, that will be all done and across to Ian. So there we go. I'm probably going to leave that for maybe another day or two before I even attempt to do anything else on it. Hence why I'm not really going to do any grinding and welding and anything like that tomorrow. I'm going to sort of put that in a safe place and have a big clean up in this shed. I'd also like to thank everybody for all the comments on the slideshow video. I was amazed, absolutely amazed. I don't know what made me do it. I sort of thought, you know what, I've been building bikes a lot longer than what I've been doing this YouTube thing, so not a lot of people have seen what's actually rolled out of these shed doors. So I thought, yeah, I'll do a slideshow, not realising how well it went. So the comments, wow, I was just amazed. I really was. I didn't expect it, and I really appreciate it. I really do. Seems like a few of you like the BMWs, so I built 3 of them. Was it 3? Yes, it was 3. There was like a dark gunmetal grey one, which was an R80, and then there's a black and white one, but mainly black with a white stripe. That was an R65. And the white one was an R100. I think I've got that the right way around. It's been a while ago since I built them. So yeah, it went down really well. And there was a few questions on there as well. So what I might do actually, when I'm having a clean up tomorrow, I might roll the camera for a while and answer some of them questions. So I guess if anybody's got any more questions about anything, pop them in the comments on this video and I'll print them off, and as I'm cleaning and dusting and stuff, I'll read a few out and answer a few and try and do as many as possible if you wish to ask a question. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, that's basically where we are. So we are so close to the finish. I'll say that there's been a bit of a delay trying to sort that tank out and coming up with the best solution, like I say, and I think we've achieved it. So as soon as that's gone hard enough, it'll be all sorted. So that's where we are. I've also got to pop the number plate on. It's just an handful of stuff. The little breather here has got to go on, but I didn't want to put that on till I knew 100% the timing was right, which I think it is. So yeah, it's then obviously when it's all in one piece, we've got to wait for a nice day to go and give it a run up the road, which I will film. So hopefully we'll have some dry weather to do that, and we ain't held up by days and days of pouring rain, because I am definitely not taking it out in the rain, because I really don't want the monumental cleanup when I bring it back, because it'll be just ruined. So yeah, fingers crossed we'll have a nice dry day that ties up with when it's completed. So that's about it really. It's getting there. I'll say that held us up a bit. It, you know, added a bit of time onto it, but it's sorted now just about. So next video on this, I suppose I'll be over Ian's and we'll be doing the decals, if he's got time for me to stand there and be with him while he's doing it. We'll see how that works out. So I think that'll do. Yeah, like I say, if you've got any questions, I'll answer the ones that have been that got asked on the slideshow video while we're having a bit of a clean up, bit of a question time. Anyway, I think that'll do. Cheers for watching, guys. Take care.